What's up, YouTube? This is Bystander X79. Alright, guys, the TCG Banlist has finally dropped. It goes into effect Monday, January 20th. So this is the Monday coming up, and we won't be getting a new list until March 30th. Now, I've been seeing the lists and going over a list in my head since earlier today. I think 1 o'clock is when the TCG Europe actually released the list, and we didn't get it until much later here in North America. But without further ado, I'm going to just turn around and go into it. I'm going to give you guys a heads up. The TCG Konami has gone heavy-handed with this list. They're trying to put the meta into check, getting the game ready for the Master Rule Revision, and the fact that we're not going to be getting another list until 2 days before, potentially 2 days before the Master Rule Revision goes into effect. That says a lot about what they're planning for the game. All right? So first and foremost, I'm just going to bring up 3 hits. Orcust Harp Horror is banned. When you think about Orcust decks, yeah, not special summoning the deck is a hard hit, but we now can special summon more from the graveyard or from the hand using Brass Bombard or Symbol Skeleton. We still have all our starter cards and getting a brand new starter card in May, so as well as Galatea and Babel in the mix. So the deck is still going to be meta. Thunder Dragon Colossus, my only thought about this being put to 0 is TCG Konami saw that the deck, how the deck was going to work after the Master Rule Revision, and they thought one Thunder Dragon Colossus was going to be too oppressive. All right? Moving forward, Heavy Metal Foes, Electromite, yes, this is seriously a hard hit against Pendulum decks. I guess the TCG Konami didn't want Pendulum decks really overtaking the meta with all these other hits going forward. All right, we got 2 new Synchro Monsters being banned. If the World Challenge just occurred, it's basically a Synchro combo ascender that can help you get into Oral Savage Dragon. All right, it's gone. As well as Tempest Magician. This was to head off a potential FTK utilizing the Endominium cards, especially once we got the Endominium Link in Dual Overload. All right, so a lot of other YouTubers were calling for this card to be banned, so it's out of the game. All right, not bad. We did get, let's just scroll down. Entity Azadot banned. The card is extremely oppressive, whether it being summoned on your opponent's turn or your own turn. Your opponent can't respond to your card plays. So yes, this was recently banned in the OCG, and we actually got the Phantom Knight Rank Up Magic spell card off the list completely with this banning. In my opinion, this should have what happened last year at this time, since Azadot was a major thing. So Salamangreat Mirage Stalio, I mean, this essentially is the MXA Invoker for Salamangreat decks. We're not special summoning Gazelle anymore from the deck, but we do get a consistency card back at 3. So, yeah, balance right there. Brilliant Fusion was primarily hit because of the generics ability of the Predapant Link, just being able to send any polymerization or fusion spell to the graveyard to get the effects. Yeah, just being able to go use 2 monsters to get the Brilliant Fusion engine off, not a good thing. Brilliant Fusion had to be banned. And last but not least, Skystriker Mobilize Engage. Rip Sky Strikers, they're out of the meta completely. Without Engage, the deck is pretty much dead. If you're thinking Card Demise might save the deck, you're thinking wrong. Just wait till we get to the limit, you see what I mean. This is making me question certain moves that Konami made, specifically in relation to Ignition Assault. Sky Striker Ace Rose was in one of the ultra rare slots. The real question is, why would they put that card in an ultra rare slot, or even bother releasing any of the new support if they were going to kill a deck outright? It doesn't make sense from a business standpoint, or from even a game standpoint at all. No new traps on the banned list, so we can just move right into the limits. I'm not going to spare you guys anything. Danger Nessie, this had to happen. Pitch Nessie to the graveyard. You search any danger out to extend. Yeah, this had to happen. Dino Wrestler Parancatops. This card 1 was in the OCG, but I'm still questioning why they would do this. This is most likely a side deck card. I haven't seen any decks abusing this card, so if you guys can let me know down in the comment section below why, it'll help that up. Servant of Endominium. I actually had this card at 1 on my ban list prediction. It's not as broken as a lot of people think, but it does hurt the Endominium engine a little bit more, making it a little less consistent. And then we get True King, Lithogem, the Disaster, back down to 1. All right, which is going to help set up certain hits over here in the spell card. Sorry about that shake up before, guys. Dry Diagram, primary reason why Lithogram probably is coming back to 1, this 1-1 as well, just to prevent any particular decks from abusing it. Card Destruction, another hit. I mean, they went after a lot of generic draw cards with Card Destruction, Into the Void, and even Sekka's Light. Makes sense because I know Into the Void was being teched into a lot of different decks. Card of Demise was a very powerful card in itself, and being utilized in True Dracos as well as a lot of other builds that just use small monster lineups. So it makes sense that they hit Card of Demise as well as Sekka's Light, just to balance things out. Part of Artist being back at 1 basically confirms we're getting the reprint in the Shadal Structure deck that's coming out in February, so you pay for that. Moving on to the Traps, Red Reboot is now at 1. All right. Going down to the semi-limits, Deep Sea Diver. This is a move that I think that could have waited until the March-April list, because we are getting the Deep Sea archetype in Eternity Code, which should be the late April, early May set. Okay, Target from the Underworld makes sense. It's not going to really boost Burning Abyss all that much with the amount of effect negation we have in the game. And Mind Control, this card at 3 is just really powerful. Putting it at 2 to see it less often and does make sense. Just being able to steal one of your opponent's monsters to Synchro Summon or link it off or Exceed Summon them with it is just really powerful. I wouldn't be shocked after the revision happens that this card goes back to 1. All right. But coming down to the cards that came off the list completely, all right, Kagari can come off with Engaged, Banned. Dark-Armed Dragon, nobody was playing it. It's, with the amount of cards we're dumping in the graveyard right now, it's going to be really hard for Dark decks to really limit themselves to 3 Dark Attribute monsters and then special summon this guy out. So, Lady Debug, great consistency boost. 4 Salmon Grades. We lost Mirage Dahlia, but we're getting 2 Debugs back for the deck. It's still a very powerful turn, go first move to search out your Gazelle, so makes sense. Morphing Jar and Performer Mage, Damage Juggler, nobody's playing this. Tribe Infected Virus is the one card I think that could have been left at 1 instead of going to 3. Especially considering that down the road in Eternity Code, we are getting a Tribe Infected Virus on steroids in that set. So I really didn't think this card should be at 3 at all. Put it at 1 and it would have been fine there. Book of Moon, finally we got that card off the list. Great because we need face-up monsters to Synchro Summon, Exceed Summon, and Link Summon with. Great call on Konami. We finally got this card back. Like I said, with Azeroth being banned, we got the Rank Up Magic for Phantom Knights back at 3. Solemn Warning, this is another card I think could have waited to the March-April ban list, primarily because that with all the summoning spam decks that have been tested for the Master Rule Revision, I would have much rather seen it closer to the revision rather than this early. Could be very oppressive in decks that run a lot of back row. Soul Drain is something that, in my opinion, should have came down, especially with so many decks being reliant on graveyards like Salmon Graves, like Sky Strikers, like Orcust. This should have came down a lot earlier. I had it at 2 on my prediction list. This is now at 3, which is just huge. But it's definitely going to be something to see moving forward. All right, guys, that's it for my ban list review. Guys, I hope you liked the content. As always, give it a thumbs up. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Enable notifications so you don't miss a single upload. Guys, follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Reddit. The links are in the description box below. And if you guys want to help support the channel, use my TCG Player affiliate link. It helps me get better cards, which will build better decks and build better content for you guys. So as always, guys, until next time, peace.